Fake wives, how to spot them. Toxic fake wives and avoid them like the plague is the topic of today's live stream, December 5th.
Guys, you're gonna see this left and right. You're gonna see women that are, I call them the fake wives. And Kim Kardashian is no longer married. I think it's very apparent that they are not good wives and mothers. But they are everywhere. And once you see this stuff, you can't unsee it. There's subtle clues where you can point it out and you notice it by the way they dress, the way they act, and where they spend their money and their time.
Hey guys, we have a poll live, but hang tight before you vote, okay? What percent of American women do you think are fake wives? Please hang tight until we define what a fake wife is before you vote. And then at the end, we're going to see what one of the, Morgan Stanley, what they say, what they predict will be the percentage of American women that are fake wives in the near future. I think they're talking about 2030. So, what is a fake wife? Let's get into that in just a second. Before we do, I just want to share with you our special announcement here, and I'll be right back.
The ultimate purpose of this live stream is to hold another no-holds-barred auction. And some lucky bachelor is going to win our ultimate matchmaking package that past clients have paid 10 grand for. But now you can practically steal it for pennies on the dollar. So here's what the high bidder is going to win. 2 years of unlimited dating to meet as many of our 1,147 high-quality Ukrainian beauties as you want. Over, as I say, a 2-year period. Your own personal matchmaker to help you find the best lady for you. Unlimited success coaching with one of our superstar coaches. Okay, let's let the bidding begin.
Hey guys, so just a quick reminder, our auction is live. You guys can bid in the auction. The high bid right now is $5,100 for our 10K 2-year unlimited matchmaking package called Ultimate. So to bid, the link is in the description below. But listen, if you're a bit tech challenged, no worries. You can send us an email and just put the amount of your bid in the subject line, and we will email you the official bid form. Okay. So what's a fake wife? I went to Wikipedia to see if they had even heard of this term before, and they hadn't. It's not even in Wikipedia. The closest thing is sham marriage. And according to them, a sham marriage is a marriage of convenience entered into without intending to create a real marital relationship. This is usually for the purpose of gaining an advantage from the marriage. That's sham marriage. I think fake wife is different. But it seems to be a little known term out there. And thanks to Pearl for nailing it. I want to discuss it, guys, because really, you guys are coming to us to look for what? You're coming to Match Guaranty to look for a good wife, right? Not a fake marriage or a sham wife, So how do you spot them? What are the clues? Well, Pearl says in a second in another short that they're subtle, but I would say they're glaringly obvious. Let's talk about some of the obvious ones. Okay, body count. A woman that has a high body count, do you think she's able to pair bond when she finally decides? She's done sowing her oats and she wants to get married. And she probably decides she wants to get married because why? Her biological clock is nearing the end of its midnight, and she's pushing 40, and she thinks, oh, I better pop out a few kids here. So she gets married. Is that a fake wife? Okay. Yeah, none of us guys want a high body count woman, right? Because everybody pretty knows that their ability to pair bond or bond with you, their husband, is very much diminished. And they start thinking about all the other sexual relationships that they had and comparing to you. And it's just really weakens the marital bond, right? So that's top on my list. What do you guys think? Please comment. We are live, by the way. It's December 5th. And welcome to our December marathon, where Anna and I are coming to you live every day in December. Whew. Except for the Lord's Day on Sunday. We'll be with you. I think Anna's taking her turn next. Gold diggers. Okay, few comments in here. Thanks, guys, all over the world. Yeah, for sure, they're all over the world, absolutely. But in this live stream, I'm talking about America as representative of the West, the Western, the developed world. So when you think about it, fake wives are also women that you don't want to marry. And why is that? Maybe they don't have that maternal instinct. Some women don't want children, right? Maybe they're feminists and like extreme right wing feminists, and yeah, they're pro abortion, right? They are these kind of what do you guys think is a fake wife? Let me turn it over to you. What would you say are some qualities of a fake wife? Um, So I'm not in America. I can't vote on this poll. Yeah, you're in Europe. So, but really, I could have entitled it Western World, so you can vote actually, because it's the same thing in all of the Western world. It's pretty much the same thing. Okay, let's go ahead and vote. Go ahead and vote. We've got how many votes already? 7 votes. Let's see what you guys are saying already. You're saying 1 to 25%, you think, of American women are fake wives. 1 to 25%, you're saying 43% of you are saying are fake. 51 to 75%, you're saying fake wives. You're saying 57%. Thanks. What? But anyway, not too many votes in yet. Only 8 votes on that. So we'll wait till we're a bit more statistically significant with more votes. Let's see, really, because I'm leaning on Pearl on this live stream, because I really am a big fan of her. You guys know Pearly. Let's see what she says on this one.
Men care about actions. Your intentions do not matter. I don't care if you took the vows and didn't intend to get divorced. If you still got divorced because you saw some TikToks. Sorry, this idea that women are leaving left and right for good reasons is just not true. Most of the time when women leave, it's because they are not submissive, they were not raised to be a wife, and they do not take their vows seriously. They were sold a Disney dream that their husband should have everything and will have no flaws, and are in a gynocentric social order that tells them they're amazing, special, and awesome all the time, and never talk about what they do wrong in a relationship.
Hey, Pearly, thank you for that. She dropped some great hints, right? So they don't take their vows seriously. That's definitely a big quality of a fake wife, right? So they're probably not spiritual, not religious as well. Another quality. Guys, I'm kind of winging it, as you could see. I've not prepared for this stream. I thought it's an important point, is that how do we find a good woman for marriage? Well, we need to make sure she's not a fake wife, right? We're looking for certain attributes, right? Low body count, take your vows seriously. And we're looking for clues of low body count. Because if you ask somebody, what's your body count? Come on. It's a question you can't ask, because you're not going to get an honest answer, I think 90+% of the time. So it's up to you to use your detective skills to figure it out. And you can figure it out remarkably accurately. I've never asked Anna what her body count is. She's never asked me, but I can guess very accurately. I can. If you guys want, I might even put her on the spot. I've been doing that lately. And she could reciprocate and put me on the spot. So body count is definitely a big one. And there's many, many different clues by her behaviors, right? And it does take time. But I think you can get a pretty good clue early on. Let's see another short from Pearly. I love Pearly.
Why get married? Why must you disrespect the sanctity of marriage? They didn't do any of this until they got married. It really is an insult to the people that take marriage seriously, and it degrades the institution in itself. This is why I say that really marriage should just be reserved for religious people, and all of this polyamory open shit should just be in long-term relationships. I don't see the point of getting married if you're gonna do this crazy stuff.
Hey, Top G, thank you. Insincere heart, not real intentions. Materialistic. Okay, so that's a good point. Is she materialistic? Personally, when I was shopping for a wife, as I say, I was looking for a wife. I looked at materialism as being a big negative. It's a huge turnoff for me, and I would never be with somebody that's highly materialistic. I wouldn't even date them. I can see, you can see pretty early on, and I just next. So that's good. Not spiritual minded, lazy. Okay. Andy, what do you got for me here? I would consider a fake wife to be a woman that goes into a relationship to get a husband just for the case of being able to say they are a wife and maybe a mom. Pride of the title, egoic label. And that's certainly, there is discrimination in Ukraine still for women that are 30 is the cliff or the wall, as we call it. That in Ukraine, women that are not married by 30, their mom and dad are ragging on them, their babushka, dedushka, their grandparents are ragging on them, and it's really a huge social stigma. I mean, maybe not huge. Maybe I shouldn't say huge. It used to be huge, and it's becoming less and less, of course, as traditionality wanes, right, from what it used to be. There is that effect. So yeah, I guess there's some women looking to get the parents and the grandparents off their back and pop out a kid or two, right? I would agree with you there. You want to dodge those bullets. Lack of EQ, emotional IQ. Yeah, I suppose. Your EQ, interestingly enough, is connected to, for a man, is connected to success, not IQ. There's no correlation between IQ and a man's success, but there is EQ. Them the facts. Interesting, eh? So there's probably correlation there. That's a good point. I would consider that worthy of putting that on the fake wife clue list, Tracy, left-wing feminists. People have face up the fact that these destructive movements mostly left. Yeah. Let's just say feminists early. Absolutely. I mean, women that are feminists, I don't think make good wives. So fake wives, I agree. So after the stream, I think I'm going to actually file a Wikipedia definition for fake wife. I've always wanted to. Pearl's body count, I think I shouldn't say, but you can watch Pearl. I've never heard her say, actually, so most people don't say publicly. Okay. The wall in Ukraine hit harder than I. Yeah. More definitive wall in Ukraine because it's really serious. 30 is the number, and if you lived in Ukraine, which I'm not sure if you did any bet, you would absolutely know that. It's every Ukrainian knows that. They even joke about it, that number, right? So Steve Johnson, hello, Steve. Steve is our moderator, by the way. What? If you wouldn't mind throwing it in chat, guys. If you let's just say have been put through the ringer of the pay per letter industry, or you've had a tough go of Ukrainian trying to court and find a good Ukrainian woman, Steve is our man. So he is administrator on a new men's support group that we put together. It's basically a brotherhood of men that are band together to support each other, help each other. If you have been led down the garden path by a site or a woman, it's right here. I'll put up the link. What if you could throw up that link? That would be great. Okay. Marriage makes government money. Divorce pushes the financial burdens. Yeah. A fake wife is also, somebody that's looking to use family law in the West to take advantage of you financially. That's absolutely one of the top things, right? So I would consider a woman that reacts negatively to a prenup. If you say, hey, listen, I would like to sign a Prenup. What do you think of a prenup? Um, that would be a red flag for me. Okay. Keep having to take off my glasses. Lack of commitment, lack of respect. Yeah, lack of respect. Absolutely. That's the number one thing that us guys need. We need respect from our wife, from our woman. If we don't have respect, there's nothing there. There's no foundation to the relationship without respect, right? Does not stick around through hardships. Yeah. Ask me how I know that. Yeah. I raised the bar really high in terms of lifestyle, right? Give her everything. And then, okay, when I lost everything and went bankrupt, paka paka, literally the same day we lost our matrimonial home, we're back, you know, she says, I don't love you anymore. I want a divorce. So yeah. And how do you determine that one ahead of time? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Although looking back on mine, it was a bit of a red flag in that I was introduced by my best friend's wife. She introduced me to my ex, my Russian ex. And the thing is, looking back on it, she knew that I owned at the time 40 some odd properties in the lower mainland, BC. So that's not good. That's not good. So that gives some potential for ulterior motive, right? Um, and when you don't think of anything, but when the money goes and she goes, well, coincidence or not? Um, Yeah, tempted by better times, potentially a monkey brancher. You look at the potential for her to be a monkey brancher, right? If she's still in the yeah, uh, mhm. I believe absent of father or bad relationship with a male family. Yeah, absolutely. Fake wives have had typically, um, I would say, bad relationships with parents, mother and or father. So that really screws up. That's crazy how much that screws up your psychology, your belief system. You have toxic, core self-limiting beliefs. Uh, I don't know. Okay, what else we got here, guys? File on the Urban Dictionary. Oh, thanks for the tip. Okay, here's the scam support group on the Telegram. So you guys are welcome to join. There's about 22 members last time I looked, so it's really grown. And that's I think 3 days. We started it 3 days ago, so that just tells me it's really needed. You guys are looking for support. You're really needing that, so that's great. It's free to join. Just um, this is a team sport looking for a good wife, I think. And especially if you're looking for a Slavic wife, it's not an easy task. And it makes sense that men band together to accomplish this goal. Competing for female dominance hierarchy. Yeah, absolutely. Feminism. Marriage weaponized against other women for upmanship. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's red flag. Joe, would you say old Soviet women is more of a wife material than a post-Soviet woman? I mean, define that, because the wall came down in 91, right? So that's what, 35 years ago or so? Um, so I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I mean, I think, hypergamy is coming, like when hypergamy is really high, one has to exercise extreme caution, you know. But we're not looking for highly hypergamous ladies. That like my clients are typically in their mid 40s to mid 50s, let's say. And if you're looking in your 20s, highly hypergamistic, if that's a word, woman, you're just gonna get your heart broken. She's gonna monkey branch on you. You're just a rental. So I think a woman in her 30s, women in their 30s, Ukrainian women, I think they still have a lot of Soviet era influence, no doubt, no doubt. And I think it makes them better wives. I think the Soviet era, because it being highly traditional And of course, since the wall came down, that traditionality, it's definitely been weaning, right? Since the Iron Curtain came down. So I guess my answer is yes. I do think so. Sexless marriage, sham marriage. Yeah, this is a tricky one. This is a tricky one because Ukrainian women they don't give it up, right? They have what you want, right? Low body count. A high value Ukrainian woman has a low body count. Trust me, I've dated enough of them. They have, and I've figured it out. You can figure it out. It's not rocket science. And they have low, like single digit body counts. Most women that I dated had single digit, was my guess. I actually was brazen enough to ask on a few occasions, but I don't really recommend that. Anyway, so that's what we want, right? Yet at the same time, like some of you, so like I've had past clients, some of the clients you guys even know because they're a little bit infamous on the channel. They say, you know what, it's a red flag for me if she's not giving it up on the third date. Well, what the fuck is that? You don't want that for a wife. A woman giving it up on the third date, you want that for a wife? I mean, if she's giving it up for you on the third date, how many dates has she had? How many men has she dated? That's a high body count, low value woman. But yet, some of you say that's a red flag. I'm moving on if she's not giving it up after 3 dates. So that's horseshit. You guys have to be patient with Ukrainian women. I'll just share a personal story. I was engaged previously, and you'll even find her photos on my old videos, and from 2016 you'll find our family photos because she had a daughter at the end of the videos. You guys can go check it out. I had to court her. We dated 2 to 3 times per week for a month just to hold her hand. Well, guess what her body count was? Low single digits, very low single digits, right? Highly Christian, turns out to be born again Christian. So high value woman, that's marriage material, right? That's what ultimately what we're looking for. I'm not saying it's easy to find these days. Yeah, you can't, there's no room for selfishness in marriage. Marriage is all about giving, right? So yeah, that's a red flag. I would agree. Steve, guys, plenty of great women available. Absolutely, Steve. I mean, most Ukrainian women are on the higher value side of things than the lower value side of things. And I know that because I lived there for 7 years and I dated randomly from the street. And that's how you really get to know what's representative Ukrainian women, like real Ukrainian women, right? We got to raise our value. Good point. And then it won't matter. Yeah, because if like case in point, ex-client saying it's a red flag if she's not sleeping with me on the third date. Steve, this is a great point, but I'm sorry, that is a man having low value on himself, in my opinion. Would you guys agree? Yeah, you could hook up. I don't know about hook, but hook up for sure with a 25-year-old, and I know Steve's 51, I think. When I hit that mark, yeah, it's catch and keep versus catch and release. I call that, 25-year-old for a 51-year-old, absolutely catch and release fishing. That's all that is. That ain't gonna make it to the aisle, and if it does, God help you, because it won't last long. Abundance mindset would be nice, but that's more of a high value woman. I think that's a quality of a high value woman. I think you can have a good wife, not a fake wife, with a scarcity mindset. Listen, scarcity mindset is prevalent in Ukraine. It comes from the Soviet time. Did you hear Anna's interview yesterday? Did you hear how times were so tough for her family? I mean, on her mom, what did she say? On her mom's payday, payday, right? She came home with a few candies, and she only got candies every couple of weeks on payday. And it was like very small amount of money that was spent on the candies because they just didn't have money. So that scarcity, and there was extreme scarcity during Soviet era, pre-perestroika, and it got worse after 91, right? So, yeah, you guys got to know that. It's the rare woman in Ukraine that has an abundance mindset, like my Anya. That's not normal. Definitely exception, not the rule. Uh, Low quality men and women related to relationship normally have negative childhood relationships with their parents. Yeah, absolutely. I would absolutely agree. So look for a person with good relationships with mostly the parents is the most important thing. Siblings too, but parents absolutely critical. A good man can train a worthy woman to be a good wife. Oh, what is that? There's an old joke that women marry the man to change him, and man marry the woman hoping she'll never change. You've kind of swung that on its head there, Top G. I don't agree with that. You cannot change anyone that doesn't want to change themselves. And even if you want to change yourself, it is not easy. It is not easy. I don't think a small percentage of people on, you know, 7 billion on the planet ever change much despite wanting to, because it's just very difficult to change. It takes, but that's my Anya. Wow. I mean, she's doing regressional hypnotherapy. She's doing it this week with a master regressional coach. She's doing and has trained in quantum healing. I mean, she's changed her, she's morphed her character in the last 10 years, let's say, because she's wanted to, and she's put a lot of effort into it, and that's what it takes. Yep, yep. Yeah, gold is valuable. Diamonds are valuable because they're scarce. Absolutely, supply and demand. Uh, yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um, so again, back to it. Yes, you. Oh my gosh, I was friends with a couple in White Rock, BC. Yeah, in the Lower Mainland of Vancouver, and I was sitting with the husband. They had a couple of kids, and they were a friend of ours. And we were just bullshitting, and he told me he hasn't had sex in 5 years. This Canadian couple, 5 years. I said to him, "Wow, how do you do that?" Like, but they have kids, so he's obviously staying with her for the children. But yeah, that is not a healthy marriage. And yeah, this is quite a debate, especially for a Christian. We're not supposed to take her for a test drive. God advises against it, you know. And we do pay the price. Uh, we pay the price when we sleep with her before marriage. We ultimately pay the price. It will cost us. There is a price to sin. Yet, from the secular world point of things, how do you know you're not going to have a marriage void of intimacy or sex, right? If you don't take her for a test drive. So it's definitely a dilemma. I think it's one of the world's biggest Christian dilemmas. So I'll leave that there. I think just scratches the surface of it. 50-50, I think it's 100-100, absolutely 100%. 100%, 100-100. I completely agree. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is great advice, guys. Like, you guys here with me live, how to choose a high quality real wife and dodge the bullet of a fake wife. Hey, Bill, you gonna support the channel over at Ukraine Dating? Jana tried to call you. You were gonna call her back, and you never called her back, and you just duck her calls. So sure, support the channel, buddy. Okay, then I'll put up your comments. Okay. Change come from inside only. Absolutely. Andy, what's the general? Oh, is this so far? Yeah, well, I designed these questions from the soul profile. These are all my design. And you can see by her answering the question, what's your relationship like with your mother? What's your relationship with your father? The soul profile, and thanks for bringing this up, Andy. Soul profile is the new era of matchmaking. Albeit it's really tough to get ladies that are willing to do a soul profile. Ukrainian women don't want to go on camera. They don't want to be public. So it's like we get about maybe 1 in 30 yeses from women that we ask. I don't know, 1 in 20, 1 in 30. I don't know the exact numbers, but Tatiana just keeps telling me, it's so hard, Joe. I'm like, yeah, I know, but keep trying. Please keep calling them. Tell them they're going to the carrot on the stick for the soul profile for the ladies to are you're going to find your husband, your man, much faster when you do your soul profile. That's what we tell them. And of course, we need good English for soul profile. We don't want it in Russian. But anyway, it's really invaluable because after watching a soul profile interview video, I believe it's at least equivalent to say a couple dozen dates, like in-person dates. You know her that well. And I did these soul profiles in person, face to face. I used to shoot them. And wow, did I feel like I know her after the soul profile? I felt like so close to her and felt in fact, it became a problem. I came home one time, soul profile, like drop dead, gorgeous woman. Okay. Oh God, I'm going to get myself in trouble. I did a soul profile and she was coming on to me during the soul profile, after the soul profile. And I was with Anna, right? And it was kind of a new relationship. So I was like, okay, I came home and I said, honey, I'm not doing any more soul profiles because, I mean, my dad had, my dad was amazing, but he was redneck, right? He said, listen, you don't want to ever cheat on your wife. Don't go into a whorehouse. That was my dad, right? It's so true. Don't put yourself in tempting situations, right? It's what he meant, right? Okay, if you want to change someone, if you want to change someone, that builds. Oh yeah, absolutely. You can't. I mean, nobody reacts well to, I don't like, you're like that and you really need to change this and this about you. Nobody pretty much reacts well to that. So yeah, I would absolutely agree. By the way, I will put the link of the soul profile videos in the description below. There's 3 different playlists, so there's quite a few. Maybe, I don't know. There's a lot of soul profiles that we have, and I will put that. If you guys are watching this video, maybe you're new to the channel or something, I will put the links below. If you don't see them, if I forget, remind me because sometimes I forget. I promise during a live stream, and then I forget. I've been known to do that. Okay, we cannot change someone until the person wants to change. Yeah, absolutely, the best way. Walk from the negative person. Yeah. And Slavs, I got to say on this point, the very gracious, most Ukrainian women, you won't, let's say you're overweight. Let's say you're overweight or you're this or you're that, and she doesn't like it. She doesn't rag on you like Western women, like, honey, why are you eating so late? Why are you eating pasta? You need to lose weight, like this kind of thing. Why pizza again? You know, she won't go there. And believe me, I've had enough relationships with Ukrainian women, right? 51st dates, 7 long-term relationships, blissfully happily married now, 10 years previously married with a Russian woman, and she was a good woman. I don't say bad things about her. She was a good woman. Is that they encourage you, they edify you in a sweet way, like, honey, I cooked veggies for you tonight. So she will cook healthy and she will make these little sweet manipulations, instead of slamming you like our women do, our culture does, right? So it's nice. It's very nice. And that's pretty common in Slav culture. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, the Bible calls it equally yoked, right? So, well, that's another topic, right? But for you Christians out there, God commands us to be equally yoked with our wife. And if you are a follower of Christ and you marry unequally yoked, it will cost you. Ask me how I know that. Ask me how I know that. Yeah. So again, I'll just touch upon that because a lot of you guys are not Christians and I'm not here to preach to you. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Thanks for speaking up on this point. Glad you agree with me. Okay, listen, I've got a few more shorts from Pearly. Let's have some more Pearly wisdom, And we're back to comment on that.
Why get married? Why must you disrespect the sanctity of marriage? They didn't do any of this until they got married. It really is an insult to the people that take marriage seriously, and it degrades the institution in itself. This is why I say that really marriage should just be reserved for religious people, and all of this polyamory open shit should just be in long-term relationships. I don't see the point of getting married if you're gonna do this crazy stuff.
It's a good point she makes, right? I mean, I don't exactly agree. I think, um, marriage is a covenant with God, right? It's a three-way covenant with you, her, and God, right? God at the top, right? So, it's to be taken extremely seriously. I don't know about you, but when I'm at the pearly gates and talking about breaking covenants, right? It's like, so, I think it's a good point, but I think regardless of your religious beliefs, there is value to that piece of paper. People say, it's just a piece of paper. Well, no, it's of course much more than a piece of paper. It's your intent, right? The vow, till death do you part, in sickness, in health, for rich or poor, right? These are very serious commitments, even if it's, to you just amongst you two, right? And I think that empowers the sanctity of marriage, even just between two individuals, because at the end of the day, all human beings from a child, we learn that a promise is something you don't break. We learn that. We teach that to our children. So, you learn this in personal development. Be a man or woman of your word. If you say it, you've got to do it, and that's self-empowerment, right? People that don't honor their word, they're not that's very low level of self-empowerment. So this is the ultimate promise, right? So I think the sanctity of marriage, it's sad that it's degrading, it's eroding over time, but it is what it is, right? So the next pearly short will give us what I think it's Morgan Stanley is calling for fake wives, the percentage of fake wives essentially in the future. So let's see how many votes we got. Could you please put up the vote count? We've got 18 votes now. And basically, oh wow, that was fast. Well, what is so fast? He watches 60 minutes, the TV show, in 30 minutes. That's how fast he is. Okay, so most of you guys are saying between like 50%. Most of you, 66% of you are saying less than 50% fake wives. 33% of you are saying 50 to 75% are fake wives. So, yeah. Wow. So that's pretty damaging. That's pretty bad, isn't it? So, and by the way, guys, that's why you're looking right to Ukraine. Because if I did another poll, probably not time for now, but what do you think the percentage of fake wives are in Ukraine? Maybe just in comments, if you could write me, what would you say? Percentage of fake wives in Ukraine, and then we'll compare it to America. See what you think. I wish I could do another poll, but I didn't plan for that. And that's why you guys are looking to Ukraine, right? And I would absolutely, categorically, like tell you, based on 7 years living there and 51st dates, 7 relationships, yada, yada, yada. These women are real wives because they value the sanctity of marriage. That is the goal of the culture. That's the goal of life in the culture, is marriage and children, family. That is the number one goal, purpose of life, is to have children. They call children the flowers of life. And that's a beautiful thing. And that's the main component to traditionality, right? The main component to traditionality. And it's night and fucking day between Canada, US, Europe, same thing, and Ukraine. And you guys can take that to the bank. So let's play this final short by Pearly, and you can see Let's remove the poll if you could. What? It's going to block my short. Let's see what she has to say about this.
So Morgan Stanley, a bank that has no dog in this fight, is predicting that half of women are going to be single and childless. Now am I the bad guy for pointing this out? The issue is women like this want men to sign up for marriage regardless of the fact that there are no virgin women on the market. Only 4% of women are virgins on their wedding days. And let's break down that 4%. What percent of that 4% is obese? What percent of that 4% is argumentative? What percent of that 4% was raised to be wives? There is a lack of wives on the market. And the issue is, instead of looking inward and saying, you know what, maybe we just have to improve as women, women will shame men for walking away and saying, oh no, I'm not signing up, and then cry and whine to Pearl.
Gotta love Pearly. I mean, didn't she nail it? And so that's what Morgan said. She's right. They have no dog in this fight. So why are they even talking about this subject? I don't know. But basically, you guys are even less optimistic than Morgan Stanley. You're calling for more than 50% fake wives in this poll with 19 votes so far. So that's the sanctity of the institution of marriage in our great country. That's not so great anymore, my opinion. Guys, so if you are looking for a Ukrainian wife and you're trying to understand, is this path for you or not? Because I'll never blow smoke up anybody's ass and tell you, listen, come to Ukraine, get yourself a mail order bride and easy peasy. They're all wonderful women. No. It takes balls first, cojones, because you've got to change. You've got to learn their culture, their mindset. Like we're saying, it's very different. It's like she's from not Venus and Mars, John Gray. It's like Venus and Pluto, the difference in everything. So listen, if you want to know, you're welcome to go up there and get a free matchmaker consultation. That's how everybody starts with us. So if you have that question in your mind, why not? matchguaranty.com/register. And that will give you for free, no obligation, a 1 hour. Sometimes it goes 2 hours. We will make sure all of your questions are answered to your satisfaction. With a coach. Jana is one of the coaches. Luba, they're our main two coaches right now. Yeah, and give us a call. That's our number. Give us a call. I'm happy to talk to you. And in that free matchmaking consultation, we'll go through the parameters of 5 parameters of what I've coined zone of success. The ultimate question that you have, we have the same question. Can you be successful finding in Ukraine with a Ukrainian woman what you want? Can you be successful, period? Yes, you absolutely can. Almost every man can be successful with Ukrainian women. Almost, right? But can you get what you want? Because sometimes our expectations are outside of reality. They're out of whack. Yesterday, you guys might have joined a scam review, which I did on the other channel of Match Guarantees, of mine. Mail order brides. I don't want to say it's not Match Guarantees, it's mine, because it's a very suable channel, and I've already got outstanding. Oh yeah, got lots of shit over there. I've got multiple cease and desist. I've got a $5 million lawsuit threat. That's mail order brides scams. So I keep the shit over there and Match Guarantee. So it's good cop, bad cop. Match Guarantee is good cop. Where was I? I digress. Yeah. So you saw yesterday a gentleman that had been scammed $300,000, a Canadian bloke, Gregory. You're welcome to go watch it from yesterday. 300 grand. I think it was 6 or 7 sites in total that took him for that over a period of 10 years. And what that does to a man is it blue pills him. He's just in the clouds. He's 60, but you could see he's still thinking, oh yeah, I want 30, 35-year-old. Well, Jana told him straight, that's just not going to happen. I told him straight, this is just not going to happen. That's blue pill. I can't help you because it's not reality. You will only be scammed with those expectations. So anyway, this will tell us if we believe in your success at getting what you want. Okay. And then after that, we will invite you to take a test drive with us. It's $500. That's all. And it's great value because you get to choose 10 ladies from our website, right? Send them your photos and a letter, right? Introducing yourself, who you are, what you're looking for, what's your life like. And then you get some yeses and nos back, right? I call that the barometer of your success. Because, for example, let's say you get 1 out of 10. Well, that tells you, because these are serious marriage-minded women, no hidden agenda. So if you got 1 out of 10, that's your barometer of success. Not very, oh, that's the other way, isn't it? You should go that way. Yeah. So like a speedometer, right? So you're not chance of success very low. But if you get 5 out of 10, right? That's your barometer of success. But then again, right? It only takes 1, right? You're only looking for 1 wife. But if you get more than 5, which if you get more than 5, most people don't, frankly speaking. Then you're doing exceptionally well. Anyways, you get the idea. That's your barometer or your chances of success at getting what you want. You'll understand how low can you go. Every guy wants to know, how young of woman can I attract in Ukraine? And how beautiful, sexy can I go? Can I catch? And you will have those answers, which is every man's burning questions, which I can give you my opinion based on being your coach, rating you on the 5 parameters of zone of success. I can give you my opinion, but much better to have the girls tell you straight out, right? Straight out. Okay. So that's what that is right there. And then next step would be, like I say, the 10 lady test drive. All right. Bada bing. Thanks, what for putting that up. Let's see what questions we got here. Joe, I always start backwards. Yeah, well, you know what? Anybody that's been scammed by a large sum of money has issues. Damages as a result. That happens. Like, I've sat in this chair for 7 years now. I've seen and heard it all, and they're all damaged. Chat told them straight. Okay, that's good. You guys are, because what do men do? Do we like, oh, everything's fine, don't worry about it? No, that's feminine. Men are manly with each other, which means calling each other out on our shit. That's what male friends do. We call each other out on our shit, right? That is what male friendship is. And that's why we need man friends. Now, women are great, right? But iron sharpens iron, the Bible says, right? Women cannot sharpen us like men can. That's why you need positive, healthy role model male friends, right? I always like it when I'm the dumbest one in the room, right? I never want to be the smartest one in a room. I look for rooms where I'm the dumbest one, because then I'm learning, right? Okay. Let's go back. It depends where you look in the world. Poland, divorce rate. Didn't know that. 33% divorce rate. Didn't know that. Cool. Fake food. Oh, yeah, fake food. Oh, don't even get me going on that one. Yeah, that's disgusting, isn't it? What is the food? The FDA. What is their job? Tell me, what is their job? Do you know there's a book called The Dirty Dozen? It's the 12 most toxic foods we eat every day. Red dye number, I forget which number it is the number 1. And yet they serve to children, right? Dyed cakes. Cakes with coloring, sprinkles. Lots of stuff with red dye. Anyway, yeah, don't get me going on that. Fake health. Yeah, I call it the sick care system, not the healthcare system. Fake. Yep. That's one of the reasons, guys, I loved Ukraine. Honestly, I'm missing Ukraine. I'm really, don't get me wrong, I appreciate my country, but it's become more fucked up, frankly speaking, since I left 7 years ago. And Ukraine, it's just more salt of the earth, so many issues that we have in the West, they're non-issues in Ukraine. It's masculine. It's a masculine male, I don't know, place. Well, I mean, maybe that's not right to say. I mean, women are women, men are men. That's how to say it. That's Ukraine. Men are men, women are women, and they're happy to be in their role as a man or a woman. And that's the beauty. That's the real beauty of Ukraine. And I miss it. We all miss it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Any other comments, guys? Uh, mhm, mhm, mhm. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know how much time we got left. 15 minutes. Okay. So probably I won't play it then. I'll do a separate video, a reaction video. So coming up later this week, we have we have this doomed. Doomed. Okay. Yeah. We're doomed with Western women, and we'll talk about it. This is coming up. Yeah. This killed chivalry. Okay, so I mean, this week is all about why are we leaving the West looking for wives? That's what this week is about. I mean, I'm just trying to paint the reality for you guys. You know, our worst fear, does it come true more in America or in Ukraine? I think you guys know the answer to that, right? Okay. So, yeah. I want to first just share this with you here. Yeah, guys, if you're new on the channel and you don't know about this, you want to check it out, you want to understand if this journey is maybe for you, I'm telling you straight, get yourself a good solid education. Learn what Slavic mindset is, what the mentality, the culture differences. Learn who are Ukrainian women. You have to learn that before you can try to court them. Otherwise, you're just going to fall on your face. I promise you that. So I'm going to introduce you now to the best place you could get yourself an education, and you can do it for free. And I'll be back to chat with you guys, answer a few more questions. UkraineDating.tv is back thanks to you generous contributors.
Today, it's completely free for you to have a video date face-to-face with beautiful Eastern European women of all ages and walks of life.
Oh my God. That's it. I'm all yours.
So I brought flowers.
Wow, it's so beautiful.
With makeup or no makeup, hair up, hair down, you always look great.
Thank you. You get to ask all your deepest, burning questions. Okay, so we will see you live over at UkraineDating.tv.
There you have it. UkraineDating.tv is the world's first and only free dating platform introducing Western men to beautiful Slavic women, where you can video cam share with them face to face. And it's free for the first 30 days if you're a newbie. And then after your 30-day free trial is up, we have 4 different memberships from $10 to $100 a month that offer you a ton of perks. And what if there was a way you could get 3 months of our $90 membership for free? If you've been scammed, like about 80% of our viewers, you can share your story by live interview on our other channel called Mail Order Bride Scams. The link is in the description below. And as our thank you, we will give you a $270 credit towards our $90 Top G membership. What you want to do is head over to buymeacoffee.com/UkraineDating. Under the membership tab, we have 4 distinct memberships. Tiptoe membership, it's only $10 a month, and you get 1 live lady face-to-face cam share per month. Then there's Borscht Brothers at $50 a month, which entitles you to 5 live lady cam shares per month. You get access to our Borscht Brothers Telegram chat, where you can converse with other members. You get one Zoom group coaching call session per month with our superstar streamer and coach, Jana. Next is a limited membership called Top G, which entitles you to unlimited video dating and live video cam shares with unlimited call duration. Access to Borscht Brothers Telegram chat community. You get not one, but 2 Zoom group coaching call sessions every month with our superstar coach, Jana. And lastly, you get one scam check service. If you had to buy it, it costs you $500, which is an extensive 5-point check on whatever girl you want us to check, so that when you get the answers back, you will finally, either way, be able to sleep at night. The Top G membership entitles you to $7,500 off Match Guaranty's lifetime guarantee matchmaking, which is unlimited dating, private matchmaker, and full team support until you walk down the aisle with your beautiful Ukrainian wife. Then from the main tab at buymeacoffee.com/Ukraine dating, you can click extras, and you can actually send any of our streamers a beautiful bouquet of flowers. You'll want to include your personal letter and your contact information. And if you make a good impression and you do some video cam shares with her, you never know, if she likes you, she might write you back. But of course, like real world dating, that's the ladies' exclusive option, depending on if she likes you or not, right? And lastly, you can get a private Zoom coaching session with our star coach, Jana. Well, she will answer all your deep probing questions. She will go through the 5 points of zone of success, which will tell you what are your chances at finding and marrying a beautiful Slavic wife. And last, but certainly not least, probably first, you get to enjoy dinner and a movie with our amazing Jana. That's right, spend Christmas over dinner and a movie, a very special movie that Slavs pretty much all watch at Christmas time. And 4th of July, you get to celebrate with dinner and a movie with Jana in a very intimate group Zoom video setting. And lastly, before I let you go, guys, remember, UkraineDating.tv is a nonprofit. We can only operate based on your donations and your memberships. So if you want streamers more often, then please support the channel, donate, and the money goes to the streamers. They are paid $20 an hour to stream for you. Thanks very much for your support, and we'll see you over at UkraineDating.tv soon. Hey guys, well, I'm going to let you go. No more questions coming in. Again, remember the auction is live. High bid is $5,100 right now. You can get our $10,000 2-year unlimited dating package. Unlimited dating, coaching for 2 years. And guys, that's plenty of time. Most guys don't take that long, right? They take much less. Last year, we had 3 first date marriages, right? First woman that he met got married, right? So it's really great value. And we'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time for as our December marathon live streaming month continues. Hope you guys enjoyed it today. It's been fun being with you. It was a great conversation. I appreciate your input. A lot of wise guys with me live today. Wise guys. Yeah, wise guys. And I appreciated your input.